What a scene we're going to have. Full checkerboard environment. Not just the end zones that are checkered, but we've been set up with a full checkerboard going throughout this stadium. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Commodores will put total leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Tennessee's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Finds his man, it's Odom. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
The play-action fake. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Buys a little time with his feet. On his feet at the 40. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Vols.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Vanderbilt's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him in? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They've got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Van. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. He'll off one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Volunteer. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And the Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Commodores decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They'll try the left side. There he goes. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great Vol running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he...
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front the point of attack.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going. Looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Commodores will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Motion from the wide receiver. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Lewis. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
The Vols moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw again. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Commodores send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The give to the tailback. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw at Simpson. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. And the Vols in the hurry-up.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really...
Going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Gets away. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll try to do it himself. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A strike downfield. Give him 6. Touchdown ball.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off play action on 1st down. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, how about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first down. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles later in the game.
Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking it back at the 10.
Boy, Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Corrals it at the 45. He's going to get loose. He won't get it. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision. You see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn on the gas. Great job, great return.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And there he goes. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
It's complete on the right side. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They go to the ground. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Got it near midfield. There he goes. Open it up. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Vols will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Quick spin on the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, we're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
The Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got it. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Vols headed quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. To the air, it's Simpson. Back open in the middle. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle, it's Davis. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After that last completion, it's second down. They'll try the right side. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Vols started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He wants to change this route. They'll go to the air on second and short. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. He wants it all. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
At the 15, he's loose. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Volunteer!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Tennessee, 42. Vanderbilt, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They'll leave it with the lone back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Commodores are threatening in the red zone. Handoff from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Quarterback just has to do a much better job throwing that football late in that type of situation and goal to go. You cannot go backwards, so you need to know if your guy's not open, this is going to be an incompletion. I'm throwing this thing into the 4th row of the stands.
Running to the left. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Immediately fires to the middle. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal from the left hash. And this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got his man to the left. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. And the Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Escapes the pressure going right. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. Turning it on. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll run it. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13. And the Volunteers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Now the play fake. Finds his big tight end. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's third and goal and third and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Smith dropping to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tennessee! Quick strike through the air for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
On the run, it's Poe. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Looks it in for 40. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So here is the Tennessee offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
There he goes. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. The Volunteers will hustle to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Right back to the well. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. To the air, it's O'Neal. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Quarterback couldn't quite make the connection on the last play. That brings up 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Staley. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Vols with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Using his legs, it's Poe. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to really get into this one. Takes it on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. They'll throw it from the red zone, using his legs to buy some time. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's the handoff. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Smith wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Commodores, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They're setting up the screen. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. The Commodores decide to punt it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Smith dropping to pass. Unloads it downfield. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this